I think we all grew up with hearing just go with the flow, just go with the flow. And we probably didn't understand what it meant. Well, I didn't for a very long time. Because a lot of people that say do not actually understand that it is a law of the universe. And I would explain. Now, the world that we live in has so many laws of the universe that are universal laws, are things that actually apply to everyone. It's not about your religion or your race. This is just standardized universal laws. And one of them is the law, or should I say the rule of flow. When you want something, like you're trying to manifest something, or you're just trying to, get a better life, be a better person, ascend basically to your highest self, you need to understand to flow and not force. Because it's like when you're like someone like me now, I don't know how to swim, yeah. But when I enter any body of water, I would always float. But anytime I struggle and I get like a little bit anxious or scared in my head when I'm in the water, I start to sink. But when I allow myself to just be, I float beautifully. I'm just there, nothing happens to me. Now let me apply that to our day-to-day lives as human beings. This is a rule that even I myself am just getting used to over the past few years, and I've actually seen it happen over and over again. When they say flow, it means that do not try to force your plans on God or the universe. Do not try to force these things like, oh, I want to make money, I want to be a millionaire. So you start hustling, you're doing everything. They'll tell you there's MMM, you put there. They'll tell you there's this one, Bitcoin, all this one. You shall be putting everywhere because you just want to be a millionaire. Not understanding that your purpose probably is a different path. Maybe you're even meant to be a math teacher, and that's where you would meet your millions. But because you're so fixated and everybody is doing the same thing, so me too, I must do it. Dangote is selling flour, so me too, let me go and sell flour. Instead of you understanding your own path. And that can only come from knowing who you are. You have to first understand who you are as a person. After you've done that, then you can start to strategize and walk around who that person is and what your purpose is, and then you can actually hit your millions. But if you're trying to do what everyone else is doing and it's not what's in your purpose, what's in your life, what God has planned out for you, all you're going to do is keep working hard and hustling. No matter what you do, you see 100k gone save, you will not see to save. I'm telling you. If you've always had this dream on your mind and you can see that that's what you're going to be, you just don't know how to get there, this is where you need to connect with the divine. This is where you need to develop a closer relationship with God. I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about you and source, you and God, a direct connection. When you have that, you would realize that you would start to rest more and get what you desire and actually work less. Not that you're not working any less harder. No. I mean, when you've done something for years and you've built a certain system for it, you don't have to use the same length of time that you used when you first started learning how to do it, now that you do it as a professional. So that means that you get more time to rest, more time to meditate, more time to hear from God. And that is you in your flow state. You're not trying to force things to happen. Even when something disappointing happens, instead of you getting frustrated and thinking, oh, how can I solve this? Instead, you just relax, you go inward, you meditate, and before you know it, a solution will come through. I know it might sound like, mumbo jumbo, I'm talking jargons, but this literally still happened to me a week ago. I don't want to go into details of it because it's not a testimony that I'm willing to fully share yet, but it's something that really shocked the fuck out of me. I knew that God showed me something 4 months ago. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know how. I just said it then to my mom. God said this, I know it's going to happen. I don't know how, but I believe it. When it was getting to the crunch time of when it was meant to happen, nothing was looking like this thing was going to happen. A little bit of anxiety wanted to creep in, but then I remembered that when it gets to this point, I have to flow, not force. So I let go. Instead, I meditated. In fact, I took a nap, a very long nap, and before I knew it, in less than 24 hours, the thing I thought was not going to show up, showed up. The solution I thought wasn't going to happen, happened because he had already promised me. All he needed was for me to have faith and trust that he would do it. That is what it means to be in a flow state. But if I tried to force it, try to get it my own way, because I knew that this was the time he said I was going to get it, and I didn't know how it was going to come about, trust me, I wouldn't have gotten it. And I know this because I have made that mistake in the past too. I will hear something clearly, but I'll think that I can use my own humanly abilities to get it done. At the end of the day, Nothing happens. In fact, it makes everything worse. But the minute I started to learn how to just flow and let God do what He wants to do, because at the end of the day, He's the one that knows best. My like the solutions come out of nowhere. So when people, now I understand. When you ask someone, "Oh, how did you do it? That your business succeeded? How did you did it?" And they go like, "Ah, it's God." Oh. People think they don't want to tell them how. No, it's because their own path is different. There are universal laws that work for everyone, but you have to fine tune it for yourself. And the only way I've said this over and over again to do that is to have a real, deep, intimate relationship with the divine, with God Himself. It doesn't have to be through religion. No, no, no. Outside of your religion, form a relationship with God. Stop running from one pastor to one imam to one shepherd for answers that lie within you that God and the Holy Spirit can reveal to you. So stop forcing, start flowing, and watch God work wonders in your life. Have a lovely rest of your day.